A very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to the session 200 grammar rules. Till yesterday, you learned about 10 rules, and today we'll continue from there 11 to 15. Let us see the first one. But before we go to the first one, how to learn rules? The very first day I told you why should you learn rules, how to learn rules, how many rules to learn. And till yesterday, I taught 10 rules. Basically, all the rules, good afternoon. All these rules go with nouns, different dimensions of nouns. I started with proper nouns, then I gave rules related to collective nouns, then plural nouns, then abstract nouns, then gender related, and today it is going to be, yesterday the last one about number, and today continuation. I told yesterday also, if you take number, what is a function? It answers the question how many, and it is we have two types of number: singular, plural. Singular only one, plural more than one. And in English, usually we change a singular noun to a plural noun by adding s or es. For example, student, students, boy, boys, bench, benches. But some nouns, they don't follow this rule. And based on that, we have 6 rules related to number. Yesterday, I gave you the first one. And the last one yesterday, what I taught, if you remember, some nouns have the same form, singular or plural. The form does not change. I gave examples like sheep, important examples, bison, offspring, salmon, aircraft. And from there, I will continue. I would like to continue from there. And today, I'm going to teach 5 rules. All the 5 rules, 11 to 15, go with number. But let me tell you a word of caution. Many competitive exams, they have given questions based on these rules. That means these rules are very important and they all go with number. Let us see rule number 11. Some nouns always have the plural form and take a plural verb. They have a plural form and they take a plural verb. You should always remember one thing. Here, learning. What are you supposed to do when you prepare for a competitive exam? You have to learn a lot. And when there's so much to learn, you got to use mnemonics and you have to streamline your efforts. Streamline your efforts means what? Learn in a systematic way. That is the reason why I started with nouns. I'm taking you guys in a systematic way. And when you learn, you should focus on the key words. It could be about a concept, it could be about a rule. So, what are the key words over here? Some nouns always, means no exception whatsoever, have the plural form and take a plural verb. That you should focus on. Plural form, plural verb. First, you have to learn the rule, then you have to learn the examples. What are the examples here? Trousers, shorts, tights, spectacles, tongs, scissors. This list doesn't mean it is exhaustive, it doesn't mean it is complete. There are more examples, but I bring examples based on the frequency, based on the importance. In many competitive exams, they've given trousers, spectacles, and scissors. And these examples, at any cost, you have to remember. You can't afford to forget. Look at the example. She forgot her spectacle yesterday. Answer my question, is this right or wrong? She forgot her spectacle yesterday. It is not correct. Why is it wrong? Here we have a noun, always in the plural form, and takes a plural verb. What is wrong with this? You cannot say spectacle. What are you supposed to say? You have to use a plural form. Based on that, we should always say spectacles, not spectacle. Have you got it? Spectacle is not correct. We should say, wrong. Good, Santosh. I appreciate your response. Spectacle wrong. We should say spectacles. Very good, Vishnu. That is the first rule for today. Rule number 12. Some nouns always have the plural form but take a singular verb. Previous one talks about always plural form, plural verb. This one, always plural form, but a singular verb. You have to focus on the key words. First, the rule, plural form, singular verb. Then examples, news, physics, mathematics, linguistics, economics, statistics, measles, mumps, rickets. These three are types of diseases. And if you don't consider news, all these are subjects. I'm sure you all know that. And here some important examples are there. You have to focus on linguistics, they have given many a time, economics, statistics, measles, they have given many a time. More examples you can think of. I appreciate that if you know, but generally my style of teaching, whatever is important from the exam point of view, I focus on those examples. Why are these important? Look at this example. Linguistics is not a popular subject. Here, plural form, singular verb. In the exam, they may give linguistics are not very popular in our country. If you don't know the rule, you may see the word linguistics, plural form. Then you may think we have to use a plural verb. But what is the rule here? Plural form, singular verb. Linguistics, nothing wrong. Is not a popular subject in our country. And coming to the two words, economic statistics are very important because if you use those words as subjects, we have to use a singular verb, but they have other connotations, other meanings. Then you have to use a plural verb. That is very important. Before I go to the next one, I would like to give an example regarding economics. Gymnastics also you can say be unique. Very good. Ethics, be unique. Wonderful. I appreciate. And I'm going to make, say, two sentences. First one, economics is a tough subject. Here, I have used the word economics to refer to a particular subject. Then I have to use a singular verb. Economics is a tough subject. Nothing wrong with this. Look at the second example. Look at the second example. The economics of the project are not commercially viable. Rule number 9. We cannot go back. Who is this shrieker? Let me see if I can squeeze in some time. I will. Coming to this one, economics can take a singular verb, can take a plural verb. The economics of the project are not commercially viable. Here I have not used the word economics as a subject. Here the word economics means financial aspects. That is the plural form. Based on that, I have to use a plural verb. The economics of the project are not commercially viable. Nothing wrong with that. You got to be very careful. Based on the meaning, you have to decide. Based on the context, you have to decide. Let us go to rule number 13. This also goes with number. Some nouns always have the singular form but take a plural verb. Quite opposite. Previous one, plural form, singular verb. This one, singular form, plural verb. And here you have to learn 5 examples. Very important. What are the 5 examples here? Cattle, poultry, gentry, vermin, clergy. I'm sure many of you know these 2 words, cattle and poultry. I'm also sure that is a feeling. Many of you may not know the meanings of gentry, vermin, and clergy. Not clergy, clergy. Let us see the first one. What is the meaning of gentry? Those are diseases. Who is this Shrikant? Measles, mumps, rickets. There are different types of diseases. One type of disease, rickets, mumps, measles. There you have to think of one more rule. Before these diseases and 2 more, the flu, the plague, we should use a definite article the. And here, gentry means when we take a society, we have different classes, low class, middle class, high class, upper class. Gentry means the upper class of a society, the cream of a society, the rich and the famous. For those people, we use the word gentry. That is a meaning. Vermin. Vermin means some small animals, they cause diseases. Vermin means disease causing animals like insects, cockroaches, mosquitoes, and rodents, rats, bandicoots, and also bats. All these animals cause diseases that are known as vermin. The last one, clergy. Clergy means religious leaders. Imagine there's a religion, some leaders that try to guide the masses, and those religious leaders are called clergy, not clergy. Are very good, rare talent, the prosperous community, the rich and the famous. Look at the examples. The cattle, singular form, are grazing in the field, plural verb. His poultry are kept in the backyard. Poultry, singular form, plural verb. Some more examples are there. Their poultry have been fed. Poultry, singular form, have plural verb. Have been fed. Answer my question, which tense is that? It is, which tense is that? Present perfect tense, active voice or passive voice? Passive voice. They have fed the poultry. Active voice, the poultry have been fed. Feed, fed, fed. That also patterns are very important, you have to know. The gentry, singular, have accepted our invitation. But how do they test your knowledge? In the exam, they may give, the gentry has accepted our invitation. If you are not aware of the rule, you look at the word gentry, singular form, has accepted, singular verb, you may think the sentence is right. But singular form, plural verb, based on that, we have to say have. We have invited the gentry. In some exams they gave, we have invited the gentries. Answer my question, gentries, right or wrong? There's no word like gentries. Always singular form, but take a plural verb. So what is the correct sentence? We have invited the gentry. The clergy were the main persecutors of witches in the past. Clergy, singular form, plural verb. Were the main persecutors, persecution. It has two different meanings. One meaning, prosecute goes with legal dimension. Persecution, that goes more with prejudice and bias. Of witches in the past. I'm sure you all know the word witch, witches. Witches, what is the typical image? An old lady, thin, fragile old lady with long gray hair and flies in the sky using a broomstick. Have you got the image? Typical image of a witch. Vermin don't have to wipe out themselves. Singular form, plural verb. Don't have to wipe out themselves. These are not easy, let me tell you. When it comes to rules, I told the very first day, there are a few stages, a few steps. First, you have to have the concepts, the foundation. Based on the concept, you have to learn the rules. Once you learn the rules, you have to practice, either topic wise or all topics shuffled. Then you have to take the mocks. Then you have to work on previous year's papers. And when you read a lot, that's true. When you read a lot, you get exposed to a variety of contexts. And based on that, you can deal with the question. I would like to reiterate, because you have learned a few rules, it doesn't mean you're in a position to answer the questions. Those days are gone. Contextual awareness is very important. Here, vermin don't have to wipe out themselves. Because this is the third session, I'm not doing value addition. Usually my style of teaching, one sentence, first I give the answer, then I try to do value addition. But we are focusing on rules. This is the third session. Our students are doing that. When you see a word like which, as a smart learner, as a sharp learner, you have to think, this word goes with what? In a way, if you take religion, religion has a positive dimension, has a negative dimension. Positive, we use words like theology, scientific study of religion. Theist, one who believes in God. Atheist, does not believe. Agnostic, cannot decide. Sacred, holy. Pilgrimage, pilgrim. Devotion, devotional. Positive side. What are the negative words? Black magic, witchcraft, sorcery, voodoo, All these on the negative side of religion. As a smart learner, first you have to know a sentence is right or wrong. Then you have to think, ask yourself, based on this sentence, what else can I learn? What can I recollect and consolidate? That approach helps in the long run. Don't be happy with the answer. Go beyond the answer. Ask yourself, devotee, yes, who is this? Ashwani, very good. Devotee also from devotional, devotee. Blasphemy, very good. Who is this? Pari, Julie Pari. Wonderful. I appreciate your contribution. Let us go to rule number 14. Compound nouns. Compound noun means what? First of all, you have to have the concept. Usually in English, a noun is only one word: student, boy, girl, master, chair, book, pen. But sometimes we do come across compound nouns, means a noun may have two or three words. And we have common errors. I told the very first day, grammar, rules and exceptions, 80% track, 20% track, common errors. Because we think logically and we add S or ES at the end of the word, when it comes to compound nouns also, a lot of people follow that pattern. They make a mistake. Look at the first example, mother-in-law. We should add S or ES to the key word in compound nouns. Compound noun means, very good Vishnu, I appreciate that. Two or three words. And to the key word we should add S or ES. A lot of people say mother-in-laws. That is wrong. That's a common error. What is the plural of mother-in-law? A lot of people say mother-in-laws. Wrong. When you take the compound noun mother-in-law, what is the key word? Mother. To that we should add S. So what is the plural of mother-in-law? Mothers-in-law, not mother-in-laws. That's a common error. One exam they give, this they have given many a time, commander-in-chiefs. Wrong. What is the key word here? Commander. To that we should add S or ES. So what is the plural of commander-in-chief? Commanders-in-chief. We have another word here, idiomatic expression, man of letters. Man of letters means a learned person, a scholar, an intellectual, polymath, highbrow, genius, walking encyclopedia. And man of letters, what is the key word? Not letters, man is a key word. Then what is the plural of man? Men. We have to say men of letters. Man of letters singular, men of letters plural. Hands full, very good. Who is that? Ashwani, I appreciate. These are very important. Other examples like daughter-in-law, daughters-in-law, son-in-law, sons-in-law. I think we have a few examples. Let us see. His commander-in-chief is the greatest and most powerful man in the world. Singular, is. But something you can learn from this example, the greatest, here we cannot say the most powerful man in the world. What is the reason? When two nouns or two adjectives refer to the same person, before the second noun, before the second adjective, we should not use any article. This is also an important rule. The greatest, the most powerful, wrong. Most powerful man in the world. This has been given many a time. Many men of letters. Man of letters, singular. What is the plural? Men of letters. Many men of letters were criticized in public in the past. His sons-in-law. Common error, people say son-in-laws. That is wrong. His sons-in-law are very kind and understanding. Rule number 15. Nouns of Latin and Greek origin. This is an important rule. You have to listen carefully. English is known as the richest language. Possessive you have to use after W. Mother-in-law's something. Who is this? Geeta. Geeta or Ashwani? Geeta. All of you listen very carefully. A student has a question. When you talk about possession, someone's something, possession, there you have to use mother-in-law apostrophe yes. You're not talking about the plural form. You're talking about possession. Imagine my mother-in-law has a car. I want to talk about her possession. I will say, whose car is that? My mother in law's car. But here, mother in law, apostrophe, yes. It doesn't talk about the plural form, it talks about possession. And how do we express possession in English? By using an apostrophe and the letter S. Nothing wrong with that, Geeta. Have you got it? Nouns of Latin and Greek origin don't take S or ES. I was talking about the tags, the names given to English language. English has two, that is true, rare talent. English has two tags or two names. One, English is known as the most polite language. Polite means what? Give respect to others. There's a concept called English gentleman. Have you heard of this any time? English gentleman. What is the image of a typical that concept? An Englishman who wears a coat, who wears a hat, one hand umbrella, another hand cigar, and he's very polite when he talks to others, especially when he talks to women. So the concept English gentleman, that is one name. What is the other name for English? It is a combinational language. Why? English has borrowed words from different languages, different cultures, and millions of combinations are there. And based on that, it is known as combinational language. And coming to borrowing from other languages, it has borrowed a lot of nouns, Latin and Greek origin, and they don't follow this rule. And these examples are very important. Criterion singular. Impeccable politeness. Who is this Anjaneyulu Nayak? Very good. Polished gentleman. Polished, one meaning to polish, rub something to make it shine. But when you use the word polished, you have to recollect words like civilized, polished, refined, sophisticated, urbane. Two important words, urban, urbane. Urbane means what? Sophisticated, polished, stylish, civilized. Coming to the first one, criterion singular, criteria plural, phenomenon, phenomena, memorandum, memoranda, alumnus, alumni or alumni, either way it is correct. What is the meaning? Singular, old student of a particular school or college. You studied there. More examples, Latin and Greek origin, datum singular, data plural. But I told many a time, data takes a singular verb, data takes a plural verb. Why? Data is also used as a collective noun. Used as what? Collective noun. Then we have to use a singular verb. But as a plural of datum, it takes a plural verb. That means you can say data is, you can also say data are. Both are correct. No need to get confused. If the writer wants to use the word data as a plural of datum, the writer uses are. If the writer wants to use data as a collective noun, he or she uses a singular verb. That difference you have to know. Index, it could be indexes, it could be indices. Matrix, matrices. Medium, many of you know what is the plural of medium. You will answer immediately media. But there's one more form, mediums. Some students may think medium, media. Medium's wrong. No, no. Do remember the plural of medium. There are two words. One is media, everyone knows. The other one, mediums. Now you may ask, sir, we have never seen this. Where is it used? Listen, you understand. If you go to a university, botany department, they have a lab, plant propagation, tissue culture lab, and there they grow plants. For that they use something like this. This is known as a petri dish. And there's a culture medium known as agar agar. If you are talking about that medium, then the plural of that is mediums. Nothing wrong with the word mediums. Strata means layer, strata plural. Syllabus singular, syllabi plural. Radius, radii. You got to be careful with the spelling. Look at the examples. Middle managers stipulated work-life balance as a main criterion when choosing jobs. Main criterion, main reason, main factor, singular, so we have to use criterion. This phenomenon has become known as the Texas syndrome. Singular, singular, singular. Phenomenon. Agar, agar. Yes, Vishnu, you know that. Wonderful. Coming to the phenomenon. How do they test your knowledge? Criterion, phenomenon. I have brought a few examples. Let us go to the next slide. I think I'll write the sentence. The criteria, try to answer this. The criteria that has been used, is quite effective. Tell me, is this sentence right or wrong? The criteria that has been used is quite effective. It is wrong because here we have two singular verbs. Has is singular, is singular. When you have two singular verbs, it is understood the subject is singular. The subject has to be in singular form. What is the subject here? Criteria. That is a plural form. We have to use a singular form. What is a singular form? Criterion. So what is the correct sentence? The criterion that has been used is quite effective. Wrong. Very good. We have to use criterion. Then it is correct. That's all about the 5 rules today. And tomorrow I'll bring on exercise based on 1 to 15 rules. Then let us see how it goes. And I can add more information. I can do value addition. And someone wanted some doubt regarding 9, rule number 9. I'll touch that also. And you can consolidate whatever you have learned so far. Yes, criteria. Criteria is wrong. We have to use criterion. We are talking about singular. Thanks for being with me with the till the fag end of the session. Have a nice day. I will bring one important, useful exercise for consolidation tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much.